NBA season, the preview for you. I see Rhyme Sports just dropping it for you. So what's going to tip off in 2018 and 19? I'm repping just deep for the team. Knicks got him young, but the Celtics are back. And yes, Hayward and Kyrie, in fact. Yo, giving it to you. Starts Tuesday. You know what's going down. Man, listen. You have the Sixers, Celtics, and Thunder at the Warriors. Sixers at Celtics to open up. That's going to be oodles and oodles of O's, you know. Should be crazy, crazy exciting. I'm going to give you the breakdown, everything. So much has changed, so many moves. Will Butler get traded? He's with the Timberwolves. But when you look at the East, no LeBron James, 8 years in a row. So who are the favorites? The Celtics, the Raptors, the Sixers. Could the Pacers or Wizards get in there? We shall definitely talk about it. New York about it. Just hawk about it. The young rookies are exciting too. Understand what's up in my stew. What do I brew? Hip hop just for you. So the picks is real simple. Okay. I've got the Celtics number one. Without a doubt in the East. It's, you see, in this opening night, Tuesday is going to be fun, TNT. You got Sixers and Celtics, Simmons and Kyrie and Embiid and all that. And then the Thunder without, now mind you, they have done a shooter, but without Russell, they're going up, against the Warriors, who I think next year will be in San Francisco. So let's start with the East, though. I have the Celtics number one. I think they can win, 57, 58 games, close to 60. They should be pretty dominant. And, with Marcus Smart and Rozier off the bench and just all this stuff, they are going to be really, really good. The Raptors, if Kawhi is healthy as he looks, Norm Van Fleet, they still got Jokic, they got Serge. They got a good team. They still got Kyle Lowry. The Sixers, their three could be two if Simmons can shoot better and if Markelle Fultz is the real deal. We don't know that yet. So I think they're three. Could be slippage and they could go to four. The Pacers, man, listen. You saw what Oladipo did last year. Sabonis, they drafted Aaron Holiday. You like, Collison, Miles Turner. If he is most improved or close to it, watch out for the Pacers as a sleeper. The Wizards bring in Dwight Howard. That could work. We don't know. But it's all about Kelly Oubre and Otto Porter and Beal and Wall staying healthy. And let's see, without Gortat and going a different direction, let's see what the Wizards can do. But that's why I got them 5. Look, the 6th seed, the Bucks, they're going to be loaded. Bledsoe and Giannis got to work it out. They need more shooting. Jabari Parker's going to the Bulls. Can Middleton and everybody get it going for the Bucks? We just don't know. The Miami Heat, not much shooting, a lot of defense. Will they get Jimmy Butler? But what they have is Whiteside, Wade, Winslow, Johnson, Tyler Johnson, all these guys, defenders, and Goran Dragic. Okay, so they're, pretty solid. And I think the Pistons will be 8th. They can move up. Because let me tell you this, if Blake Griffin is healthy with Drummond and Reggie Jackson, then the Wizards, the Pistons, they don't have to be an 8th seed, Stan Van Gundy's gone. They got Dwayne Casey now. You got Van Gundy on ESPN. So don't sleep on Detroit Pistons. Look, the Hornets, they have a shot. Cavaliers outside shot. Colin Sexton was an all-star point guard, and Love and everybody was healthy. And then the Hornets, if they stay healthy and Jeremy Lamb and Malik Monk continue to develop Lakimba, then, they can get in. Who knows? I got the Bulls at 11. I think that they're going to get better. Jabari Parker, can I talk? Lauri Markkanen, you got Dunn and Levine, Bobby Portis, I think Wendell Carter Jr. This is going to be a great rookie class, like last couple of years. So that should be fun. The Knicks, speaking of rookies, Kevin Knox. And then they got my boy Richardson, the big kid. So, I think what you're going to see is a Knicks team that is going to show promise. Hopefully Porzingis doesn't come back till late February, March. We get a top 5 pick, and then we add to the talent. In my scenario, we sign and get Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving. They just waived and did a stretch of the Noah contract, so that saves us financially. Then the Nets at 13. It's pretty simple. I think the Magic could maybe beat out the Nets, but I just know the Nets with Lynn and Russell and different athletes and good coaching, they can score. The Magic, it's about Aaron Gordon and can anybody on the team shoot. So we'll see what they do. And then, the Hawks, it's Trae Young. What's up with Trae Young? So, they're totally rebuilding. They've gotten rid of their whole roster and they're rebuilding it up. So at the end of the day, the Eastern Conference, I think it's basically going to come down to the Eastern Conference Finals, Celtics over the Raptors in 7 games. It's just kind of how I see it. Should be fascinating, though, no matter what. Then you're talking about the Wild Wild West. Woo woo! The Wild Wild West. Kubo D. Wild Wild West. It's all about the Warriors. We all know this. It's Warriors, it's Rockets. They pushed them last year, but without Luke Mbute and without Ryan Anderson and my boy Trevor Ariza, both of those went to the Suns. I don't know if, Chris, who they got from the Suns, I don't know if Carmelo Anthony, if they're going to be enough to defend the guys that they need to, So it's going to be fascinating. They're definitely going to miss those players. But the Rockets still have got... And if Melo plays stretch 3 and stretch 4, it could be good if he just shoots the threes. But he can get a big bucket for him. I think it'll be a different situation from where it was in OKC. The Thunder, they're going to be great, but adding Dennis Schroeder should really help. Maybe some of their young draft picks start to develop over the last 2 years. And I think Russell and Paul George, they're going to get it going. They really should. So I think they'll be third. It could be a difference between 3, 4, and 5 really close. So I got Utah. Man, if they're healthy with Mitchell and Jay Crowder and Rudy Gobert and all the different players, their defense is ridiculous. Don't sleep on Grayson Allen being a good 6-man. This team, Alex Burks, they're going to be tough. They're going to be really tough. Derek Favors. The Nuggets are going to be tough because when you have Jokic and Millsap playing together for the whole season, remember they came in 8th seed, should have been in the playoffs, lost the last night to the Timberwolves last season, but now what they have is legitimate crew, and then Isaiah Thomas could be their 6th man. So the Nuggets could be as high as a 3rd seed. Watch out for this team. I think the Lakers could be anywhere, the best case scenario, 4 up to 8. So I have them at 6. I think they're going to lack shooting. Ingram will get a lot of points. Kuzma's got to get more consistent, and Hart, but, and Caldwell Pope. But besides that, it's Rondo, it's Lonzo, it's, all these other guys that can't really shoot. So let's see how LeBron and all that works out. They got to get Moritz Wagner going, and JaVale McGee catching oops. The Spurs, I don't know if they're 7, 8, or 9, somewhere in there. The Spurs and Pelicans could easily get flipped with the Blazers and Timberwolves. I just don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to get traded. I don't know if their locker room's going to implode. It's hard to figure that out. But right now, I have the Spurs and Pelicans 7, 8, and I got the Blazers, Timberwolves just being out. But that could switch. Look, the Blazers could go all the way up to 5. If somebody wants to help out Dame Dash Lillard and CJ McCullough, they need help, yo. The Mavericks are going to be sneaky good. Some injuries, they could get in the playoffs at 11. 12, the Suns, young, but then they add Ariza and Anderson will help them to win. Suns can move up to 10. So it should be fascinating. Clippers, they're hard to read. They could be 13, they could be 9. I don't think they make the playoffs, but they have talent. The Grizzlies, they're rebuilding, but they still have some of their dogs. So let's see what Conley and Gasol could do healthy. Jermichael, Green and some of their young kids. Let's see what Jaren Jackson does. They're going to be fascinating. And then obviously after the Grizzlies, you got the Kings. They can move up, but it's just their youth. You just don't know what's going to happen. And I think the way the West is going to go, you see it here. Lakers go down, Nuggets go down, and it's Warriors over Rockets in 7 games again. Before I get to the finals, which I think will be Warriors Celtics, it's hey, LeBron James MVP. I think Luke Walton gets Coach of the Year. Could also be Mike Malone. We'll see. It could be a bunch of different guys. Stevenson could get it. Dwayne Casey could get it again, but with the Pistons. a lot of people. I think the rookie of the year, I think it's going to be Marvin Bagley Jr., but I want to say Kevin Knox can win it for the Knicks because they'll have the opportunities. So we'll just see. It's between Bagley, Kevin Knox, and DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, #1 pick for Phoenix. Yeah, he could beast out on cats and just put them to shame. So those are all the different awards you see: comeback, Leonard, and defense. It's going to be a great season. It really should be very exciting. I think at the end of the day, first team, you see I got Curry, Harden, LeBron, Durant, and Davis. Second team, it's Kyrie, which could be Westbrook, but I'll say it's Kyrie. DeRozan will probably get busy in San Antonio. Kawhi will do good enough. I think it'll be time for Blake Griffin. This is it, right? Him, the other forward, unless it's Paul George, but if they want to go traditional power forward, I think Blake will have that big year. We'll see. It could be Paul George. And then if we're going strictly centers, Cousins will be back for a while. And I think Capella and Drummond and all these other guys, I think they get beat out by Denver's Jokic. I think that kid is special. He gets crazy stats, and it's just ridiculous. So it's going to be a great NBA season. I think the Warriors beat the Celtics in 7. Believe me, I don't want a three-peat, but I just think when Cousins comes back, I don't know if Horford and Baines is enough size. You know what I mean? So I would have to say the Warriors get it done just because they'll be really challenged. And when the great players are challenged, they're going to have to step it up and do what they got to do. So, look for, a great Mo Bamba should be fascinating. That Orlando team should have length. Detroit can get it together. The Clippers, Tobias Harris, Lou Williams, and all that stuff. So, never know what happens with the trades, injuries, players coming back, but it's going to be a fantastic NBA season. And E-Rhyme Sports will be here to break it down. Break it down. I'm out without a doubt. Peace. Hip hop, that's what it's all about. NBA 2018-19 preview and picks. Golden State Warriors do it again. They get the three-peat. LeBron James, he's going to do his thing, man. He's going to push the Rockets to 7 games. I think that the Lakers-Rockets is going to be a classic, but Carmelo could do enough to help Harden and Chris Paul, and Clint Capella just keeps improving. They're going to push the Warriors really hard too. So anyway, hit me up. Tweet at me at E-Rhyme Sports. Sports rhymes, hip hop all the time. I shine divine in my mind. Get on the grind. Clap boards. Pop.